Hello everyone, it's Gladius. So we're going to be getting a certain material each week that's a Splintered Spark of Awakening. Now this is going to be really confusing for returning players because we also have the Splintered Spark of Dreams and then we have a Splintered Spark of Shadowflame. These two sparks are going to be from the previous seasons and not as good as the Splintered Spark of Awakening. Each week we get the opportunity to get 2 Splintered Sparks of Awakening, and you can put those together to make into 1 Spark of Awakening each week. One of them is going to come from the last Hurrah quest. Once you complete that and open up the cache, you'll get your 1 Splinter, and then the other one is going to come from completing the Awakened raid for the week. You're going to want to do this anyway because you get your bronze bullion this way, and it's on the same catch-up mechanic where if you do get behind a week, you can always get the one you missed the following week when you're doing the same thing, killing raid bosses. So no worries, if you miss a week, you can always catch up. Now, what we want to do, once we get 2 splinters, we're going to want to combine these by using some of our flight stones, 250 to be exact, to be able to make this into a Spark of Awakening. So let's go ahead and do that now. You just right click on it, it's going to do a cast, and then you're going to create your spark. Now down here, you can see I have this Spark of Awakening. Now notice it gives you the range of item levels it can craft. It can go all the way up to 502. Now this can be enhanced even further, and we'll get into that in just a second. Now let's take a look at how we can use this. If you head over to the crafting order station, you're going to be able to look up gear that you want to use your spark in. If you do have the profession that makes your armor proficiencies armor, then you're able to craft this yourself. But if you don't, no worries. You can just get it done for you in the crafting order station. You're going to head on over here. You're going to search for the piece of gear that you want. I suggest referencing a build guide or a gearing guide for Beast Mastery Hunters, which is what I'm playing. Adaptive Dragonflight arm guards are something that we're going to want to take into the raid, help buff our raid members. So we're going to go ahead and click on this. We're going to be able to provide it a spark, okay? Because look at this base. The base is going to be 382. We can increase this up to 489 at a base level just by adding a spark in there. Same as any other recipe, you're able to provide it enhancements. These are going to be, once again, from completing higher end content like heroic mythic raids or completing the higher level keystones for mythic. But if you're coming in to craft your first item, you're not going to attach either of these, and you're just going to make it with the Spark of Awakening and nothing else. This is going to get you up to the possibility of a 502 piece. First thing we want to do, we're going to go ahead and track the recipe. It appears over here on the side under the Profession tab, and let's go to the auction house and buy those items. I wanted to make a quick note for anyone that's just joining us here in Dragonflight. You are going to see qualities attached to each of the reagents that you get to be able to make these items. The higher tier or quality of reagent you get, the higher chance of getting a higher item level piece. So you want to go ahead and buy what's reasonable to buy. Some of them are really, really expensive for the highest quality, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. For example, this one over here was a fraction of the cost for just getting the silver quality instead. Right now, most profession players are going to have skill requirements that are going to far exceed what you need to have. But I'll show you in just a second where you can actually put a requirement for the quality level that you expect to get back. So let's head back to that same panel. So we can go over here and look where we can still put in our spark. We have all the materials that we need. If we want to ensure that we get the high end of the range that's available to this piece, like remember, it can be anywhere from 489 to 502. That's where skill comes into play. We want to make sure that we give this to a high skilled profession player that's going to be able to make this into the top end quality. So that's where if we make this into a personal order, we can set an expected quality. If we wanted to get the maximum available, we can set that as our minimum to make sure that we definitely get the legendary quality. So I do suggest spamming trade chat to be able to find somebody to send to. I'm about to do that now. All right, so I found a guy and I sent a personal order to him with a minimum rank of the legendary quality. And what do you know? We got the arm guards back with a 502 quality. And that's that. Simple to do, really quick. So this is going to go for any of your pieces that are going to be using a spark. Now, if you're working on your last Hurrah quest, a little confused with all the changes that happened throughout the 3 previous seasons of Dragonflight, go ahead and take a look at my guides in the description. I'll go ahead and add in week 3 once week 3 drops. And everyone, if the video did help you out today, please strike that like button. If you want to stay tuned for more WoW content in the future, please bash the subscribe. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.